Exactly 6 months after I disappeared without a trace, the silence finally cracked. It was her closest friend who reached out. Emily, the one who had always seen more than she let on. Her voice trembled to the phone, thin and raw, like a thread fraying at the edges. But she wasn't calling to beg for my return, nor to apologize for what had been done. No, her tears weren't for me at all. They were for my wife, the woman now unraveling under the weight of a truth she'd never expected to face, that I was truly, irrevocably gone, that I wasn't watching from the wings or plotting some dramatic return. Her carefully curated world, crafted from deception, denial, and hollow self-assurance, was coming apart, strand by carefully braided strand. I said nothing. Let the silence settle between us like thick fog. The same kind of silence my wife had wielded so masterfully when she sat across from me every night, while secretly building a profile on a dating app. One that listed her as single, unencumbered, and tired of men who aim low. We'd been married 5 years, together for 8. No fairy tale, but solid. Or so I thought. We shared morning coffee, argued about takeout versus Thai, bought groceries in sync. I never strayed. I never lied. I was there. Every night, every day, reliable to a fault. But apparently, reliability was no match for the thrill of the unknown. I discovered her profile by accident. A co-worker was swiping through dating apps during lunch, and there she was, my wife, smiling in a photo I had taken on our Santorini trip, wearing the earrings I gave her for our 3rd anniversary. Her name, her age, her face, but not her truth. I didn't confront her. I didn't scream. I didn't break things or break down. I observed. I absorbed. And then I plotted my exit. I created a false profile. Nothing flashy, just an average man with ambition, stability, and a kind smile. The kind she always claimed to want. Within 48 hours, we matched. Her opening line? You seem real. I'm done wasting time on boys. When I gently asked about her past relationships, she dismissed me. He lacked drive, thought being dependable was enough. I need more. Each word hit like a chisel against the foundation of our life. That night, she made dinner. Pasta with fresh basil. She kissed my cheek, told me she loved me. I ate in silence, already building my escape in my mind. I began securing my finances first. Quietly, discreetly. I moved half of our joint savings into a hidden account, one she couldn't access. I canceled our shared credit cards one by one, transferred the car into my name. The business, at least, had always been mine, legally entirely. She'd never touched it. Next came the apartment, a modest space in a different part of town. I rented it under a pseudonym, paid 6 months in advance. No trace, no lease of my name. Just a key and a future she'd never touch. 2 weeks before I vanished, I filed for divorce. No alimony, no property claims, just a clean, sterile severance. I cited irreconcilable differences. She'd received the papers long after I was gone, and on a quiet Wednesday morning, I packed a single suitcase, only what I had brought into the marriage. I left my wedding ring in the drawer of her nightstand. No note, no goodbyes, just absence. She tried to reach me. Calls, texts, emails. I didn't block her. I let every message sit there, marked as read, unanswered. I wanted her to see the echo of her own betrayal reflected back at her. She began performing online. Photos of her alone at coffee shops. Inspirational quotes about healing and resilience. A digital shrine to the woman wronged. But the dating profile? It stayed active. 2 months later, I found her again on a different app. New picture, same lies. Still looking, still pretending, still unsatisfied. So I gave her what she wanted. I called Emily, the one friend who had always tilted her head in confusion when I stayed calm through my wife's tantrums. Emily listened in stunned silence as I laid everything bare. The dating profile, the false conversations, the screenshots, the lies. She cried, not for me, but for the person her friend had become. A week later, Emily sent me a video. My wife hysterical, screaming, crying, smashing her phone against the wall. The divorce papers had arrived. She thought it was a mistake, thought I was bluffing. She believed I would come back. But Emily had told her everything. Every calculated message, every captured image, every painful proof. And that still wasn't the end. Emily, furious and heartbroken, posted redacted screenshots on her private social media. No names, but unmistakable details. The profile, the lies, the betrayal. The fallout was swift, ruthless. Her co-workers saw it. Her family pieced it together. Her employer, wary of the scandal, suggested a leave of absence. The image she had worked so hard to maintain cracked open under the weight of truth and crumbled 6 months after I disappeared. Emily called again. She's falling apart, she said. She's desperate. She wants to talk to you. I let out a quiet, bitter laugh. The kind that carries no joy, just closure. She'd had her chance. I didn't answer, didn't call back. I stood on my balcony, watching the lights of the city blink quietly beneath me. For the first time in years, I felt whole. She thought she could toy with me, keep me on standby while she auditioned for something better. She never imagined I'd walk away first, that I'd see through performance, not with fury, but with precision, that I wouldn't rip her facade apart, but let it collapse under its own weight. Betrayal doesn't always scream. Sometimes it murmurs, and mine whispered one thing as I disappeared into peace. Let her unravel. Stay silent.